Hey man, this is Robbie. I am here at my good old friend's shop that will be competing in the Formula Drift USA Series for the first time for the 2020 season. Has been competing in Japan for the D1 Series and also the Formula Drift Japan Series, and he was the runner-up twice and third place overall last year, so he's a championship contender for the series, and it's going to be very interesting for me to be able to go and watch. I'll explain a little later about the relationship, but let's see whose shop that is. All right, so let's look and see the car lineups. We got a Drift 180, everybody's favorite chassis, 240. Then the up and coming next S chassis, 350Z drift car is a JZX90 parts car, looks like, and also E92 coupe. I think this is a not a really drift car, but it's got the tandem Rocket Bunny white body on it, and also a two-car stacker here with two drift cars. One of them is a Missile, the other one is Formula Drift Japan car. There, just other parts, cars and stuff. But yes, I am here in Tokorozawa city, Saitama prefecture, at HEYMAN Products. Shinji is probably one of my oldest drift friends, or car friends, or actually just friends. He actually kind of introduced drifting almost, or helped us out. There's a couple of us in Japan, some of us from Yokota Air Force Base, a lot of the foreigners that were there. He's actually the guy that was like the bridge, bringing us to the J side on figuring out how to go to tracks and where to go driving and knowledge of cars. And we had a team called HEYMAN. Well, it was actually a team, but it was just a bunch of friends called HEYMAN, and we got together. Everybody had beat up Corollas, and 20 years later, you know, we're doing great things such as having our own shops, being able to compete in big series such as Formula Drift. Pretty cool, interesting. So I'll get into the in-depth detail of that story a little later. Let's go ahead and do a little quick walk around of his shop. So here's the S13. I think it's an SRS13. This has been sitting here for a while, but it's all tuned and ready to go, but I guess he's just holding on to it, keeping it. This place is typical J-style shop. Specializes in JZX chassis, 1Js, 2Js, mostly drifting, but he does do maintenance for other cars, inspections. I think this is going to be Shinji Minowa's Formula Drift Japan series car. It's still in the make right now, so I don't think there's a motor in it or anything, but then the chassis is all done, so he's got a few months to go to get it ready for the first round at Suzuka Twin Circuit for Formula Drift Japan, which is going to be in May. So another interesting car here, this is Atsushi Kuroi's 1Via. So S13 Sylvia rear, 180 front end, but sadly he has passed many years ago, and Shinji actually inherited the car. It has a 2J in it with a sequential dog box. The car has not been touched since it's been here, and it is fully original when Kuroi used to drive it. So this is like piece of history. If you look at the build, it's really basic, but the things, the driving he has done as it being a basic car is pretty amazing. This kind of shows how limited you can be on the car, but be able to do some crazy stuff driving. So I'm here looking at Shinji Minowa's Formula Drift USA car for 2020, but there's nothing on it. Oh man, I think, dude, you're supposed to ship this out this weekend. I don't think it's gonna make it. You don't have time, Janai.
Yeah.
どうすんの? What are you gonna do?
Help me.
Yeah, so he needs help. Actually, that was his 2000 and, I don't know, a couple years ago car that he used to compete in. It looks exactly like his 2019 car, but the 2019 car that he was third in place for the Formula Drift Japan series is a car that he's bringing to the US, and here she is. So this car is pretty much prepped. I think there's a couple of tech adjustments. So I think he has to just put the fire extinguisher in it, and the car's pretty much done and ready to go. But this is これ何年?
あ、じゃあ96年?
じゃあ96年? 5年?
そうそう、95年。
5年? 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 So this is a 1995 or 96 JZX90 Tour V Mark II. And obviously everything on it is pretty much changed out to become a drift monster. TM Labo is his tuner, builds engines. I think he did the wiring harness too, right? On the car. All right, so he has a big Garrett turbo on it, but this thing is a stroked 2JZ. So 3.4 liter BC stroker kit. So this is a G42 Garrett turbo, and this is like everybody's favorite combo where you got the big Garrett turbo, 3.4 liter. I had it as well and I loved it. Like other cars, well, some cars, a lot of people go ahead and change the plenum mount to aftermarket intake manifold, one of the bigger ones, but he stuck with the stock intake manifold, and I believe this is good enough to make good power and good response. Nitrous.
Yep.
What else you got? You don't have you don't have all the flap shift and anti-lag and all that fancy stuff? No? So that's pretty basic? Pretty basic. All right, so the car is going to pretty much look like this. The decal, they're working on a deal with the Sideways Experience guys. This is a JZX90 Mark II wide body kit that BN Sports created. So he's got the front fenders and also the rear fenders. The rear fenders actually cover the doors and the rear fender itself, so you can actually cut everything out and just leave it as a skin. He's been with BN Sports for quite a while now, so they decided to make a kit for him. This is also running everybody's favorite Samsonas sequential transmission, and it also has a Ogura triple disc clutch.
Yeah.
And now they have these halos. I think they're gonna make the US size too, for the wider Vivo too. But Brid also supports him for his driving. And this is a digital camo racing harness from HPI. Also the cage made by Saito Roll Cage, a company in Japan that specializes in roll cages. So they actually put this cage in for him to keep him safe. And also they're very familiar with passing tech and having to follow the rule book for whatever competition you're gonna be in. So very nice weld. NASCAR style sidebar, which you don't really see that much in Japan, but they're able to create that as well. So I think as he goes for the series, he's gonna be testing out different kinds of suspensions. This has a dual caliper e-brake.
Yep.
The diff is not a quick change. It is the stock Toyota diff,
Yes.
which are buff. He has a few lower arms, upper arms. It's all pillow ball, stock fuel tank.
I'm a wise fab.
Yeah, WiseFab, make a JZX kit. The car itself overall is very, very basic. There's not anything crazy done to it, but it works. So I think his concept is to do minimal for it to make sure that it works. All right, so just to let you know, this might be something fairly new and exciting for people that are watching Formula Drift, but everybody puts their radiators on the back, but he is going to keep the radiator in the front. It's just gonna stay the way the car came. So no rear radiator for this car. This might be the only car that's not a rear radiator. So that's Shinji Minowa.
Hey.
You've probably seen him drive in Formula Drift Japan. He's won many contests in the previous years of his drifting career. He's owner of the shop, HEYMAN Products. Let me ask him a couple of questions about what he thinks about going to the States. Okay, well, he speaks English, but he's more comfortable speaking in Japanese.
Yeah.
So let's ask him a couple of questions in Japanese. なんでアメリカに行きたいの？
まあ、大悟とかラビーがやっぱ行ってて、きっかけは2013年に、まあ、2人がポディウム乗った時に自分メカニックで行ってて、ああここで走りたいなって思ってって感じ。
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And how long あれどんぐらいもうドリフト始めてどんぐらい？
ドリフト始めてもう25年ぐらい。
25年。Why are you bringing this car?
まあ、自分とこの TM ラボさんと一緒に作った車で、まあ、アメリカを走りたいっていうのが夢で。
この目的としては例えば走りたいのは知ってるけど、じゃあ行くからには What is your 目標 when you go?
目標もちろん 表彰台目指していくんだけど、やっぱりアメリカのドリフトって日本にはないものがいっぱいあるんで、そういうものを勉強して、まあいち早く日本でそういうのを取り入れれば、まあ日本のドリフトシーンも少しずつ変わっていくのかなっていうのはありますね。
So you drift,
Yeah.
Machan drifts,
Yes.
Hiro drifts too. So you're like a drift family.
Yeah.
I think there should be more people out there that does it as a family too.
Yeah.
But maybe アメリカに行ったら、その家族でやってるっていうのが何チームかやっぱりいるのね。お父さんがスポットやってたりとかそういうのがあるから、ちょっとそこら辺はもうちょっと日本もね、まあいるはいるけど、なんかそうやって家族ぐるみででも、仲間ぐるみででもそうやってドリフトがね、あれできるともっとみんなで楽しめる、もっと身近に楽しめるとね、もうぶっちゃけプライベーターみたいな感じだよね、アメリカ行くのはね。そうだね。
まあ本当にもうずっとやりたいなと思ってから、まあアメリカ行く用のお金みたいのを日本のレースとは別で貯めてきて、まあ挑戦する感じ。45歳で留学。
すごいね。まあでもほら、何歳で大学に出ましたって人もいるわけだからね。
そんなノリ、勉強しに行く感じ。
So see, this is amazing because he just wanted to do it, so he's doing it. So for those of you out there that wants to try and go do something, just go and do it. I mean, you're gonna have to work for it and everything, but he actually just said, you know what, I want to go to the US, I want to go and join FD. So he started in Japan, learned all the rules, built his car, did well in Formula Drift Japan, and now he got his FD US license. So he was like, you know what, now it's time to go. So he's gonna do it. So make sure you watch out for this guy, very interesting guy, and he's a very approachable guy. So just come say hi to him at the pits. You'll see him in the USA at the beginning of Formula Drift 2020 season at Long Beach, California.
Yes.
If the car's gonna make it. Good luck.
Yeah. See you soon.
Alright, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you guys liked the video. If you do want to see more of the inside stuff, and also some of the Japanese car culture, don't forget to subscribe. Like the video, give me some comments if you want to, and hit the bell button too so it'll remind you when the new video comes out. So until then, peace out.